Every Steam summer sale has the same problem. Thousands of games get massive discounts, but most people end up buying the same handful of blockbuster titles they've already heard about 100 times. Meanwhile, some of the best experiences on Steam quietly slip under the radar, offering incredible gameplay, unique ideas, and dozens of hours of entertainment for the price of a pizza. So, if you're looking to spend your wallet wisely this year, here are 10 hidden Steam games that deserve a spot in your library before the summer sale ends. Starting at number 10, Planet of Lana. If you're a fan of cinematic adventure games that focus more on atmosphere than non-stop action, Planet of Lana is an easy recommendation. This side-scrolling puzzle adventure follows a young girl and her small animal companion as they journey across a gorgeous alien world after mysterious machines invade their peaceful home. While there are stealth sections and environmental puzzles along the way, the real highlight is how naturally the game blends storytelling with exploration. Every area feels handcrafted, and the art direction is stunning from beginning to end. Despite earning a very positive reception on Steam, it still doesn't get mentioned nearly as often as other indie platformers. If you enjoyed games like Inside or Little Nightmares but want something with a brighter, more hopeful tone, this is a fantastic pick to grab while it's heavily discounted. At number 9, Sunless Skies. Not every game needs constant explosions to keep you invested, and Sunless Skies proves that better than almost anything else on Steam. Instead of rushing through missions, you're captaining a bizarre space locomotive across a strange Victorian-inspired universe filled with mysteries, impossible civilizations, and unforgettable characters. Every decision shapes your journey. Whether you're taking dangerous contracts, managing your crew's morale, or uncovering stories hidden across distant stars, the writing is easily one of the game's strongest features, rewarding players who love reading and making meaningful choices. It isn't a game for someone looking for non-stop combat, but if rich world-building and branching narratives sound appealing, you'll probably lose dozens of hours without realizing it. It's one of those rare RPGs where curiosity is often rewarded more than raw combat skill, making it a hidden gem that's aged remarkably well. Coming in at number 8 is Terra Nil. Most strategy games ask you to build bigger cities, stronger armies, or larger factories. Terra Nil goes in the complete opposite direction. Your objective isn't to conquer nature, it's to restore it. You begin with lifeless, polluted landscapes and gradually transform them into thriving ecosystems using carefully planned environmental technology. Rivers begin flowing again, forests spread across empty land, wildlife returns, and once everything is flourishing, you dismantle your own machinery so the environment can exist on its own. It's surprisingly relaxing while still giving you enough strategic decisions to stay engaged. Thanks to procedurally generated maps, every playthrough presents a fresh challenge, and its very positive Steam reviews show just how much players appreciate its refreshing approach. If you're looking for something calm after a long day, this one delivers exactly that. Number 7 goes to The Bloodline. If you've ever wished Skyrim gave you even more freedom to experiment, The Bloodline is definitely worth a look. Still evolving through active development, this open-world fantasy RPG throws you into a massive sandbox where exploration is entirely up to you. You can hunt monsters, learn magic, craft equipment, build settlements, complete quests, join different factions, or simply wander off to see what strange discovery waits over the next hill. One minute you're helping villagers solve their problems, and the next you're launching enemies across the battlefield with ridiculous magical abilities. Its intentionally open-ended design encourages players to create their own adventures rather than follow a strict path. And that's exactly why its community continues to support it. It may not have the production budget of a AAA RPG, but its ambition is impossible to ignore, especially if you love games that reward experimentation more than hand-holding. And we're only getting started. The next entries include one of the most satisfying cyberpunk shooters on Steam, a puzzle masterpiece that constantly surprises you with new ideas, and what might be the best hidden gem on this entire list. At number 6, Deadlink. If you're the type of player who thinks the best solution to every problem is moving faster and shooting first, Deadlink deserves your attention. This cyberpunk roguelite FPS throws you into combat arenas where standing still for even a second is usually a bad idea. Every run lets you experiment with different weapons, upgrades, and combat abilities, gradually turning your character into an unstoppable machine of destruction. The gunplay feels incredibly responsive, and movement is just as important as your aim. Sliding through enemy fire, chaining together abilities, and clearing an entire room without breaking your momentum is immensely satisfying. Even after dozens of runs, the random upgrades keep combat feeling fresh. With its very positive Steam reception, it's surprising that more FPS fans haven't discovered it, especially considering how polished and replayable it has become. Number 5 is Lightyear Frontier. Farming games are nothing new, but Lightyear Frontier adds a twist that's hard to ignore. You do almost everything inside a customizable mech. Instead of carrying tools around by hand, your giant mechanical companion helps you harvest crops, gather resources, clean up the environment, and expand your growing settlement across a vibrant alien planet. There's no constant pressure to survive or defend against endless attacks, which gives the game an incredibly relaxed pace. Exploration plays a big role as well, rewarding players who venture beyond their farm to uncover new materials and hidden locations. Watching your small outpost slowly grow into a thriving home is genuinely satisfying, and the colorful world makes every trip feel worth taking. If you're looking for a cozy game that's a little different from the usual farming formula, this hidden gem is an excellent choice during the summer sale. Coming in at number 4, Firewatch. Some games impress you with massive worlds or endless content. Firewatch takes the opposite approach by telling a focused, memorable story that stays with you long after the credits roll. You play as Henry, a man who accepts a summer job as a fire lookout in the Wyoming wilderness, hoping to escape the complications of everyday life. What begins as a quiet routine slowly develops into a mystery filled with emotional conversations, unexpected discoveries, and moments that constantly make you question what's really happening. The natural dialogue feels believable, and the stunning forest landscapes create an atmosphere that's both peaceful and strangely unsettling. Despite being widely praised and maintaining an overwhelmingly positive reputation on Steam, it often gets overlooked during big sales because it's been around for years. If you've somehow never experienced it, this is the perfect opportunity to finally see why so many players still recommend it. That brings us to number 3, Cocoon. Puzzle games often introduce one clever mechanic and stick with it until the end. Cocoon constantly reinvents itself. Created by one of the lead gameplay designers behind Limbo and Inside, this award-winning adventure revolves around worlds that exist inside mysterious orbs, each of which can be carried, combined, and placed inside other worlds to solve increasingly inventive puzzles. It sounds complicated on paper, but the game teaches every concept naturally without overwhelming you. There's almost no dialogue, yet every environment tells its own story through strange machines, alien landscapes, and subtle visual details. Every new puzzle feels like discovering a rule you never realized existed, making progress incredibly rewarding. Backed by an overwhelmingly positive Steam rating and multiple Game of the Year nominations, Cocoon is one of those rare puzzle games that feels genuinely original from beginning to end. We've reached the final 2, and these are the games that deliver some of the most memorable experiences you can buy for the price they're usually discounted to during the Steam Summer Sale. At number 2, Tunguska: The Visitation. If you've been searching for something that captures the tense atmosphere of the Stalker series without simply copying it, Tunguska: The Visitation is one of the easiest recommendations on this list. Set inside a mysterious exclusion zone inspired by the legendary Tunguska event, you'll explore dangerous ruins, abandoned facilities, and hostile wilderness while scavenging supplies, completing quests, and trying to survive against mutants, bandits, and deadly environmental hazards. Its isometric perspective might make it look like a traditional action RPG at first glance, but there's far more depth beneath the surface. Resource management, careful planning, and meaningful exploration all play a major role, and every trip outside your safe area feels risky. The game has earned a very positive reception on Steam, yet it still flies under the radar compared to bigger survival RPGs. If you enjoy slower, more methodical adventures where preparation matters just as much as combat, this is a hidden gem that deserves far more attention. And finally, taking the number 1 spot is Beautiful Desolation. Every now and then, you come across a game that refuses to fit neatly into a single genre. and Beautiful Desolation is exactly that kind of experience. On the surface, it's an isometric adventure game with classic point-and-click mechanics. But what truly sets it apart is its unforgettable world. Set in a distant future where advanced technology and ancient cultures exist side by side, every location introduces strange characters, unusual societies, and fascinating mysteries that constantly make you wonder what you'll discover next. The puzzles can be challenging, but they're designed to encourage observation and experimentation rather than simply wasting your time. What really elevates the experience is the storytelling. Instead of relying on constant action, it pulls you into a bizarre yet believable universe that feels unlike almost anything else on Steam. It remains one of the platform's most overlooked narrative adventures, and if you're willing to slow down and immerse yourself in its world, you'll understand why so many players consider it a hidden masterpiece. And that's my list of the top 10 hidden Steam games to buy during the Steam Summer Sale 2026. Hopefully you found at least a few titles you've never heard of before, because that's honestly the best part of Steam sales, discovering incredible games that somehow slipped under almost everyone's radar. Whether you're into story-driven adventures, relaxing strategy games, brutal shooters, or massive RPGs, there's something here that's well worth adding to your library while the discounts last. Now, I want to hear from you. Which hidden Steam game would you recommend that almost nobody talks about? Which game from today's list are you planning to pick up during the summer sale? And if you think another underrated title deserved a spot here, let everyone know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more Steam recommendations, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy gaming!